Ugh.
We hear a call. We are waiting for you.
Boy Scout. Mythos specialist. Call of Cthulhu. Dark corners of the earth.
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost.
Oh,
Hope,
that's also
pleasure,
Lovecraft shit.
all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
He said the thing. Oh, content warning.
Damn.
Also, fiction having every asylum filled with just completely raving
Yeah.
men.
Also, how the fuck do you be...
Purpose, pleasure, it's dark corners of the earth. Do you be what?
Sorry, got distracted, forgot. Nah,
What?
just generally the whole purpose of
Oh,
asylums is
okay.
not having shit that you can hang yourself with.
Yep. Loading screens have dialogue that is skipped too quickly because of the loading times not being more than a second. Hopefully it's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's me, the private dick. The Big Richard. Massachusetts. God, the fact that I had to turn this all the way down to 2 out of 10.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, you know, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Yeah, just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
You don't get that much anymore. Camera floating into the back of the main character's head as he... Whoa, that mouse sensitivity!
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow!
That's... yeah.
Can I even turn that down? Mouse sensitivity, yes. That's like a 2, maybe? Yeah, I can deal with that, yeah. Holy shit.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
I think I saw him with Officer Armstrong. Just take it easy.
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows.
He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
He's also shirtless.
Nope, but we've got you covered.
Yep.
You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy. Try to stay calm. You better hurry, Jack.
I think I heard someone from the house saying, like,
He's on his way! For Christ's sake, Jack, go!
oh god, his ship sneak? That guy's dead. Strange cultist. You just started firing! What do you mean you're low on ammo? God, hold on. That shift
Okay.
being sneak? God, the buttons are all kinds of fucked up. Yeah, no. Control. Jump. No, crouch needs. Oh my god, sneak and crouch are different buttons. Control with sneak being C. Let's do that. Is there a sprint? No. Lean. Look strafe. Oh my god. Action. Wait a minute. Oh my god. That's how you know this game is archaic.
Which part?
Backwards is X and
Oh,
action
damn.
is S.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah, for real.
Backwards is S, action is F. Look strafe is not needed because I'm not a fucking primitive fucking Doom keyboard only player. Inventory can use tab. Quick heal. That might be useful. Put that on B, I guess. Aim, fire, reload, hide, show weapon. Okay, that's fine. Those are some wild fucking weapons. There we go. Oh, it's been shot.
It's an old stove. This blasphemous image makes me feel uneasy.
That sounded goopy.
It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. A powerful painting of some cosmic horror.
How do you know it's cosmic?
As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their
Right into
intellect
the
and
fucking-
knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
Hey, real clues. That
The board has been used to illustrate a diagram.
is blurry, but that is like an altar.
That's an unusual design.
Man, the low.
A depiction of some alien creature.
That one to the right taking cover. Kill him.
The low fidelity textures.
That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look. It's locked. It looks like an eye, but the rest of the painting has no real shape. It's locked.
That is some gurgling.
It won't open. It won't open.
That is some gurgling.
At last. Thank you.
They seem to recognize me. I don't get it.
They've got, like, stuff scratched into their skin.
Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful.
Uncle Bucks.
Yep.
An old wardrobe.
Just do a little whoop, whoop, whoop. Walking down the hallway. I miss Lee. We don't get that anymore. He's dead.
Oh damn.
Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
The amount of that's so much scarification.
Whoa, man.
Okay.
Damn. He recognized me. And it sounded like he was going to get on
Okay.
the level with what's
Cool.
going
You
on
just-
in this
yep.
joint.
Whoa, okay, now I'm... What is the frame?
Damn.
Whoa.
He recognized me. And it sounded like he was
Now
going to
it's
get on the
jittering
level
for
with
me.
what's going
Okay,
on
hold
in
on a
this joint.
second.
He's
This
dead.
isn't gonna be possible.
Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning.
Looks like a bad case of lead poisoning. God.
I better keep my distance from the window, or I'll end up like this nut job.
The edge
There
on
goes
this
the
man.
smoot out.
The edge on
This
this
should
man
help
is
downstairs.
unreal. Jesus God.
Picked up an inventory item.
Yep. Did you know you have inventory? Are you aware
Oh,
that you have inventory?
this guy didn't
Does he
even
have
get shot.
inventory?
Poisoning by the looks of it.
Suicide pact.
He's dead. They're all dead.
All poison.
Don't
Cool.
like looking at that, apparently.
Poison appears to
Okay.
have been on the menu.
My
I
guy.
can't open it. Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. These nuts
Can you
have some
stop calling
serious
them
issues.
nuts? Holy shit.
Inventory. Look at me.
It's hot and giving off a lot of smoke.
What's Culver's?
A diary. This will make interesting reading.
What's what?
Unrelatedly, what's Culver's?
Culver's?
Yeah.
A burger chain in America?
Huh.
Okay.
For no reason in particular, just so it mentioned, and it's clearly an American thing, so you probably knew, and you did.
I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero, but I just haven't had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at a local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniform boys are sore at being out in this weather, and they want to share the joy with the local hero. It wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had since those newspaper reports. I don't know, though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. Must be a month at least. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first, but not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. That's the start of the game. Collation of general evidence. Diary of Cutler. We have been watching him now for 2 months. I can feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact draws near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I know is that we must succeed. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor's enlightened us with a story of the great race transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams, of the conscious things on this earth, and in the ocean depths we are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these last days will win me favor when our masters step through the gate. The experiments below have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. We are truly blessed through our faithful service, now that his coming grows so close. The preparations. Wow, what the fuck?
Okay.
Preparations are complete, and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Surely by now he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts. He has come. Finally, it begins.
He's dead. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide.
Oh
These
man,
nuts have some serious issues.
I can sense how the main character of this is.
It won't budge.
I'm gonna have a lot of emotions about this man. I can tell already.
Oh, that door.
Also, I figured that.
It's locked. The key doesn't fit.
What do you mean the key?
It's locked.
Fit?
It's unlocked.
Huh? Oh.
The fire's still burning.
That's not what I'm looking at.
It must have been lit recently, but it started to die down.
There we go.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case.
It's fucking perfect.
Something I've forgotten.
Photos.
Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I gotta think. Nothing of interest.
Just a whole
All
lot
these photos and clippings are of me. I just don't get it. Another key. This should fit the door across the hall.
Boston Globe. Enlightened or duped inside Boston's strangest church. Those of our readers who live in it, near its headquarters in an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction of the Fellowship of Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside of the mainstream. No small number of are headquartered in the states of New England, where the Pilgrims themselves sought a new free world free of religious persecution. But the questions must be asked: at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? That is the question this journal poses in regard to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leader declined to be interviewed, or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the Fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is communing with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, a little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near to the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different, more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbors, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Many of the sect's neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dared complain to the police were told that because the house is private property and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they can do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is this Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department, speaking on the condition of anonymity.
Yeah, you got it.
Fuck it. Tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence, the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say, where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interests of Boston citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about this so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months so that all may know the truth. Editor's note: it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation into the Fellowship of Yig, when they apparently drowned in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled the death a suicide. Our condolences go to his family. Jesus.
Cool. That's fine.
What the hell is going on? It seems they've been tracking my movements.
Go to bank, back to station, follow suspect, stake out, return home. Is there even anyone left alive to be shooting it?
It's unlocked.
I think my mouse sensitivity is still a little too high. All the way down to 1.
Goddamn.
This game doesn't need any, like, precise movement.
In before you have to turn down your
For nutcases, they
like
seem
mouse
quite
sensitivity for the mouse
These books
altogether.
are really old,
So it doesn't
and
wiggle as
most of
hard.
them are in strange languages I don't understand.
Also, the comment about them being crazy makes them
I don't
literate.
have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher.
Neh.
I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher.
More stuff to read. Nakataka. The manuscript looks medieval, but claims to be a translation from classical Greek of a far older work from before the time of the first humans. The pages are stained, faded, and even burned in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections tell the history of an unthinkably distant antiquity. They speak of races so strange as to be beyond human comprehension and wars fought across vast gulfs of time and space. There are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, great race of Yith. It makes you dizzy, just read it.
Yup.
The drawer holds an ancient manuscript.
Oh fuck.
The symbols on the front seem to be written in classical
Are you gonna be
Greek.
reading
It appears to be a private study area.
I interrupted him, so it doesn't matter.
There are definitely
Yeah, no,
some
great
strange
great
sounds coming
yes,
from this side of the
great
room.
race of yes is fun.
I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher.
I love how fucking obvious this looks. Wait. What the hell?
Uh-huh.
That looks a little
Oh.
weird.
Oh, yeah, huh. Oh, I think that looks like texture clipping a little bit also halfways.
Yeah, mirrors!
Yeah. Look, you actually exist in it. That's not super common.
Shit.
Like, and it actually draws your, like,
Yep.
jumping animation.
Whoa!
Oh, cool.
Well,
Well,
one-way trip
that's
down the
just
stairs.
swell. He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull. Medical
like a
charts on the
morgue.
human anatomy. Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here.
Lots of bodies.
In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this before. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Strange machinery.
I've never seen equipment like this before. Nope, nothing of interest. Looks like his kidneys. They're moving around in all that liquid. This pipe must drain the waste from his intestines. Looks like his brain. I wonder what those wires are for.
Just completely organ removal.
The contraption above seems to be controlling his breathing. Looks like his stomach. His beating heart. Oh, shit.
Rip that guy.
The crystal's
I'll just
still
take this
warm.
crystal.
Looks like some sort of generator for the machinery in this room.
Gotta love eldritch bullshit like this.
The machine must have overloaded. He's dead.
Just complete removal of his organs and he was still alive.
This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment. Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
Holy shit.
Odd. It looks like it's full of mercury. What the hell is that? Odd. It looks like it's full of mercury. There's no power. It's a similar shape to the slot upstairs.
Strange green crystal. Warm and exhibits an unusual glow. Time to summon the eldritch beings.
That's gonna be fun.
Fucking awesome. The Diary of Jack Walters.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange
6 years
house
time
in Boston.
jump.
Sure.
But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it. Probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel
read
and
that.
study.
The wonders of
I
the
maintain a
invisible world.
fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own.
Is the what the
And
French
I
was.
reawakened 5 months ago,
Oh,
exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston. No trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself
Man
again,
just got possessed.
or at least what I believe
Also, that
myself to
wigging
be.
out papers.
Yeah,
Return
you
to
can see
normal
it.
life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I'm beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I have told in the dreams.
What they looked like.
Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on.
Doesn't even go look for it. Because it was in the trash. Wow, $20.
What exactly do you want from me, Mr.
It's like
Anderson?
$200.
For
It's
real.
one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
I got nothing better to do. Store manager reported missing. Night. I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, was missing. From what I have been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking...
Not gonna... Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
Not gonna lie, I am genuinely impressed with the kerning being how it is, that you did not misread it as Bumham.
Oh, it's because he said Burnham.
I know, it's just, I'm looking at the
It does look like
text.
Bumham.
Mr.
Burnham
Burnham.
is looking like a prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up. Not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys? Free access to the cash register and a combination of the back office safe. To misdirect any investigation? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element to the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Oh yeah, interracials, you know. Those weirdos.
Oh,
It's the
God.
20s.
Oh, no, but, that's not...
Yeah, no. I know.
I don't know how much you know about Lovecraft.
A decent amount. It's just I've never played this game specifically all the way.
Yeah.
Usual Hicktown prejudice, no doubt. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, totally.
After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of the local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. Oh, I think they might be Lovecraft quotes on the loading screens.
I think so.
Driver, how far do we stop?
Buzz.
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. You know what
I
those
forget,
folks like that
is this the
interfere
UK
with our
or
affairs.
the US?
US.
The bus from Arkham always this empty?
It's
Right.
Oh
East
no,
Coast
Lovecraft is
that
US,
way.
never mind.
Not
You
many
say?
come to Innsmouth.
it's like East Coast.
But what about trade?
Yeah,
like
okay.
Northeast,
Surely the
Boston,
Brooklyn's
New York
business.
area.
Innsmouth has the
okay.
means to look after them all.
Fucking Maine.
Yeah.
The most
spooky-
cursed state of all time.
The most haunted. Yeah. Headless statue.
This is it, stranger. End of the line.
Fucking just wooden, like, park benches almost on the bus.
Yeah. Like it's barely a bus.
Like, look at this fucking thing.
1922.
Yeah.
It is half wooden. Innsmouth, Arkham, Ipswich. Fun.
Could you direct me to the First National Grocery Store? I hear they have a shop in town.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, well, you see, I'm looking for a young lad called
Bug-eyed.
Brian Burnham. I'm a friend of the family. He worked in the store.
Don't know who you're talking about, fella.
Cool.
I'm looking
Sure,
for
mate.
Brian Burnham.
Can't help you.
Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked in the First National.
God.
Dan Riley says I know him.
These posters are everywhere.
Wilcini tonic, Carter's overalls, constructive something.
Outsiders.
Reconstructive
These
something.
posters are everywhere.
Why the fuck do you run a bus towards here then, mate?
Who knows?
Don't want outsiders don't have a bus route.
Nothing of interest. A dusty assortment of old books.
Safe point. One second.
Pathologic ass NPCs.
Yeah.
It won't open.
Innkeeper.
Evening.
Aye.
The name's Jack Walters.
Sounds
I'm
relatively
just visiting.
normal.
You don't say, sir.
He's got a little bit.
Gilman. Charlie
Gilman.
Gilman. I run this here hotel of an evening.
You got any rooms?
I'd not rightly know that for sure. All habits cleaning rooms at present. Them's from out of town can leave a horrid mess.
Hello again.
Yeah,
I'm after directions to the First National Grocery Store.
and I'm busy. So stop your pestering me with
Busy looking at
questions.
this paper.
That fellow was just stringing me along with a lot of nothing about nothing. It won't budge.
Stop your snooping. And there's for hotel staff only.
Hello, Gilman.
What do you want now?
Strange thing about that Burnham lad.
Burnham. Kent Riley says I know what you're talking about.
That's odd. He was all over the Arkham Press. Must have been a bit of a local scandal.
Them's matters for the police, stranger. Innsmouth's not a town for rumoring and talking.
We're real
He
fish.
isn't
I
gonna
mean,
spill with anything
tight-lipped.
useful. It won't open. It won't budge. The First National's a large chain. You sure you haven't seen it?
I'm sure.
The
Stop
eyes.
bothering me with questions.
Completely looking up and around.
It's just a trash can. It won't open.
It's just a trash can. It
It
won't
won't
open.
budge. This statue commemorates the men who fought in the Revolutionary War.
Fellow smokes.
Variety store.
This town's deserted. Where is everybody?
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
First National Grocery. And over here...
Excuse me, Constable.
These people
Jack
are
Walters.
huge!
Robes. Alien robes. What you want?
Could you help out a stranger to this fine port?
Are you being funny?
No, not at all. I'm after directions to the First National. I hear they have a store in town.
Innsmouth don't take too kindly to them from out of town. Get lost, stranger.
Cool, thank you, Mr. Constable.
What happened here, Constable?
Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Swell. You can let me pass then?
No. You'll have to go another way.
Constable
Nothing happened,
Rose.
but fuck off.
What you after now?
You ever meet Brian Burnham?
I couldn't rightly say as I remember.
The burglarizing of the First National is big news in the Arkham press. The Burnham lad must be one of your prime suspects. Any luck tracing his whereabouts?
No. That'd be a matter for the Order.
The Order? Isn't this a matter for the police?
Yup. That too.
Who is the Order?
Them's that look after affairs there in Innsmouth. And you'd mind your business not to be asking too many questions.
Kinda wonder what, like, motions they do with their, like, throat and mouth to be making some of those
I'd
noises.
get more
Also,
juice
he's
out of a
definitely got
stiff.
gills.
It's locked. 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 It's locked.
I love doing
It
that.
must lead to the back of the variety store. Seems this
Esoteric
grandiose
Order
structure
of
is the esoteric
Dagon.
order of Dagon. It won't budge. Do you know the Burnham lad? He worked...
I never heard of no Burnham.
Where is everybody? It's very quiet.
I can't be seen talking to you.
Seems most of the normal people in this town are too frightened to tell me much of anything. The police clearly don't want me snooping around. I need to be more careful.
Stick to the shadows. Move slowly, as low as possible. How close can I get to him? Yeah, wait for him to pass now, though.
No, yeah, fair.
It's unlocked.
Scratch marks. Objects that can be pushed leave scratch marks on the floor. What are you doing snooping around in here? Get out! Classic. Jump for medical boxes.
The till's empty. Nothing of interest here. The store may be low on stock, but it's immaculately kept. It won't budge.
Wasn't trying to touch the door, but okay.
Nothing of interest. Can't see anything of use. These posters are everywhere. The glass has been broken, and there's scratch marks on the wood. Strange. The store may be low on stock, but it's immaculately kept.
Yoink.
It looks like I need some sort of lifting handle to get it open. A typewriter, invoices and receipts, nothing of interest.
Business stuff.
Stock reminders and general notices, Nothing of interest. The drawer is empty. A typewriter. Invoices and receipts. Nothing of interest. There's a bottle of bootleg rum and a wooden handle.
Like rum, wooden handle. Probably not a good idea to get caught while I'm in here.
Yeah.
So let's just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oops.
Whoever's down there, you can rock.
I'm not gonna chase after you, I'm just gonna seal you in there, fuck it. Book.
It looks like a diary. It's gotta have some clues.
Oh. Missing entries. Completely unable to recall what led to my confinement in the Arkham Asylum or what happened in the 6 years between my 2 visits there. They tell me I had some kind of personality change that night in Boston. They watched me for a while, decided I wasn't dangerous, and let me go. After 6 years, I switched back just as mysteriously. They admitted me again, found nothing wrong, and here I am. Among the personal effects they returned to me is a leather-bound journal. Perhaps it will tell me what I've forgotten. Looking through the journal, all I can find is my life as a police detective. There's no hint of any illness or mental strain or anything else that could explain my change of personality or the equally sudden recovery that still baffles my doctors. However, a number of pages have been torn from the journal. Who did it or why, I can't tell. Did I destroy them myself to suppress some horrific memory, or did the asylum staff judge their conscience detrimental to my treatment? Why was part of my life erased? What is it that I can't remember, and who wants it to stay forgotten? Is it a precaution to protect my sanity, or the key to something I need? Ooh, Arkham Advertiser. Grocery store robbed. Manager missing. Thieves have robbed the First National Grocery Store in Innsmouth. Breaking down the door and forcing open the cash register, the newly appointed manager, Mr. Brian Burnham, has been missing since shortly after the robbery. This is a very disturbing turn of events, said Mr. Arthur Anderson, First National's regional manager, from his Arkham office. This branch had only recently opened. The First National Grocery had high hopes for its success, given the general lack of modern stores and amenities in Innsmouth. The robbery is a definite setback, and more worrying still is in the fact that the branch manager remains unaccounted for. Innsmouth authorities could not be reached for comment. Brian Burnham's diary. Well, I agree with the locals on one thing. I shouldn't be stuck in this miserable excuse for a town. I can see why no one comes here, that's for sure. Another slow day at the store. At first I thought people were staying away because the First National isn't local, but I haven't seen anyone go into any of the other stores either. Come to that, I haven't seen the other stores open for business. The place is deader than dead. Still, it won't be long before I'm out of here, before we're both out of here. She's the one good thing about Innsmouth. We'll bust open Old Man Waite's safe, take a car, and then it's New York City. Bright lights, nightlife, everything. I'll show her all of it. Her. Medicine.
Assorted foodstuffs. Nothing useful. I can feel the air through holes in the brickwork here.
So let's start breaking it down. I don't feel like that should have been violent enough for that.
Yeah.
The cellar's filled with human remains. These people must have died a long time ago. There must have been a fire down here.
The entire basement burned up.
There are some issues of the Innsmouth Courier lying here, and they're dated 1846.
Innsmouth patrician arrested. Tales of Heathen Ceremonies by John Lawrence, editor. Obed Marsh, the head of Innsmouth's wealthy and influential Marsh family, now sits in the city jail accused of devil worship and other unspeakable practices. The whole community is left in a state of shock by the horrifying revelations that accompanied the arrest. Readers will no doubt be aware of the deep reservations expressed by the Courier's editorship and other decent citizens concerning the esoteric Order of Dagon, which was founded by Captain Marsh after his return from the South Sea, and is said to be based on a primitive religion he encountered among the uneducated natives of certain distant Pacific islands. The captain's arrest seems to lend strength to those suspicions, and a full investigation is expected to unearth more.
Various chemicals and apparatus for developing photographs. Old photos of Innsmouth. Most of them have faded beyond recognition.
Red room.
The window is smashed, and I can see the back alley.
Jump scare! No, wait, it's not in this room. Watch out for ammo pickups. Ammo will always carry across to the next chapter, but the quantity you can carry for each weapon is capped. I love that! They have to give you a tip of, hey, because this is such an early fucking game.
Oh my god.
That's not always a thing. Pistol clip, 45 ACP.
The old printing press appears to have been sabotaged.
Covered in spider webs.
Nope, nothing of interest. Nothing of interest here. General notices. They're all dated 1846. General notices. They're all dated 1846.
There it is.
Holy shit!
From the stench in here, this noose broad must have kicked it a few months back. The poor woman must have taken her own life. Nope, nothing important here. Nope, nothing of interest. It's not important.
A lock on the door. Some doors you encounter will be bolted on one side. Action the bolt to unlock or lock the door. Door bolts can come in useful when escaping enemies. I think this was also originally just on the Xbox original.
It won't open.
Truck.
Nothing of interest. The delivery truck for the Innsmouth Courier.
There is a person.
Hello, Jack.
Do I know you?
Lucas Mackey. Sorry to startle you. Innsmouth doesn't get a lot of visitors. New names spread fast. What are you doing in town, Jack? Hear about the missing Burnham boy?
Not bad.
At least someone admits that the guy existed.
The Burnhams.
Yeah, someone
Seen
who's
the
not a
latest
local.
press from Arkham? Your boy's been quite busy.
What about you, Mackie? You're obviously not a local. What's your business in town?
True enough, Jack. Nothing too exciting, I'm sorry to say. I'm a government factory inspector. They posted me in this rotten hole to check over the old Marsh refinery. Speaking of which, I've got an appointment with the manager, Jacob Marsh.
Okay, maybe I'll catch you later. That's the first friendly face I've seen in this damn town. But I've been in this business long enough to know he's hiding something.
Factory inspector. Pause on that one. OBS, you want to stop recording?
No.